All right. There is some lighting here. All right. Hi everyone. It's Asheen. This is my first time being live on YouTube, so bear with me and so forth. And right now my neighbor has their music blasting. So if you happen to hear it, that's what's happening. All right. Thanks for hopping on. And gonna dive into tonight's topic, and I look forward to the people that are gonna join in and so forth. So in case you don't know who I am, I'm Isheen Arcel, and I am a certified relationship entrepreneur manifesting coach that helps twin flames heal from pain within themselves, and to really heal from the experiences that have made it difficult for them to experience love, right? Because the twin flame connection, it didn't just start with your twin flame, it started before that, but your twin flame shows you that. Okay. Your twin flame shows you the stuff that has been within yourself for so long, and it just comes out. You really can't hide yourself from this person because this person is you and so forth. I got asked a question recently, and I don't mean to put you on blast, but I wanted to share this. So what happens if your twin flame isn't doing the work? And I'm like, that's because you're in a way you're seeing separation. Your twin flame is you. It's just you. And this person is mirroring what needs healing to you. Okay. And the two of you are really working together as like a team. It's like where this person, because it's you, it's all you, it's just you, it's one soul in two bodies. And so you're the one that is healing, you're the one researching, doing the work, they're mirroring it to you. And as you heal, they mirror healing. They mirror it back to you because it's just you. So it's kind of like you helping you heal and stuff. There is no separation between both of you. Absolutely not. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Yes, absolutely. Thanks for your comment, Amy. And so this whole week, I've been asked over and over, how do I know what's my intuition? How do I know if I'm not making this stuff up? A lot of people feel like they're just simply making it up and so forth. Okay. And so then I have to share with you, what is the intuition? Your intuition is what guides you on this journey. Okay. So it's really important that you become familiar with it. You become familiar with your inner voice just talking to you and guiding you through this connection. All right. We've got to remember to include God in this connection. If you're not all for the terminology, my connection with God has strengthened so much with this journey. You may look at it like the universe. You and your twin flame are not alone. Your soul knows what's going on. The universe knows what's going on. And what you're experiencing in this connection is God's love. So, why else will you not be guided on this sacred connection with yourself? Okay. And how your guidance comes through is your intuition. Now, when you're looking out there, and you're like, what do I do? How do I do this? And all this kind of stuff. It doesn't help you to connect with your intuition. If this is you, I don't blame you. That's how it's been. That's how we've been doing things since we were kids. We were told you can't eat that, you can't wear this, you can't go here, you can't go there. So then we become out of touch with what we truly want and desire and feel inside. Okay. And that's where your true self is. This is where you're truly connecting with yourself, is inside. Now, the intuition is the first voice that comes through. Okay. So you heard something. I want you to become familiar with hearing something. Like, you could be, I don't know, something doesn't feel right and you get that gut feeling, or maybe you're like, perhaps I should be doing something different," or you're having a feeling. For some people it can come in as a thought, but for a lot of people they just feel something. Okay. That's your intuition. Okay. That thing that just comes in at random, out of the blue, you were thinking about it. That's your intuition. Now, when you sit and think about it, your ego kicks in. If you have to sit and think about it, you're getting into ego. And the ego, guys, likes to protect, destroy, make sense of things. It just really likes to sabotage stuff because while sabotaging, you know what's going to happen. So your mind starts telling you all kinds of things like this is not true, no, it's not going to happen. As long as you're creating that, of course, that's correct. Your ego just made that correct and just overstepped your intuition. You got it, Amy. The second thought is ego. Your intuition is that first thought that comes in. You got to get used to stop questioning. You got to like stop questioning it. Just don't question it. You know, there's a lot that plays in this, the laws of the universe, the laws of assumption, the laws of manifesting, the laws of everything. When these thoughts come in, it's showing you what's happening, it's showing you what's going on. And as long as you believe it, it's being manifested. You're like, okay, okay, my twin flame is mine, right? Maybe you get this message, this is your person, this is the one you're going to spend your life with, or any other areas of your life, anything. Like you're going to get a brand new job soon, you're going to whatever the case, you're receiving information from source. You're receiving information from your higher self, your spiritual guides, from God, whatever you want to believe is coming from. And like I said, your soul knows. Your soul is taking you to where you planned, where you intended, and so on. Okay. Stop questioning your soul. Your soul is running the show. Okay. It's running the show. And so I know lots of people want to control things. They're like, I want a relationship to look like this, that, this. It's got to be like this, and so forth. You know, what I teach is that it can be an inner knowing. You're like, all right, this is what I would like to create. It's an inner knowing. It's a part of manifesting is shifting your subconscious thought to believe that this is for you, that whatever it is you want to create, whatever you want in connection, you are believing it on a subconscious level. You have that message sent out to the universe. Now let it go. Let it go. And don't look for it. It's my son's video game making all kinds of noise there. Don't go looking for it. Okay. The universe is going to take you on a journey. You're not alone. Get out thinking that you are. The universe is making sure. Let's do this. Let's make this happen for you. And the things that you want is not even you who created it. I always say that your dreams, your goals, you think it's you. The human thing believes that it's you, but it's your soul knowing that it's already yours, that it's already there. And you're just simply coming into alignment with it. All right. So keep that in mind. Your intuition is the first thought, whatever thought it is. And this also goes with communicating in 5D with your twin flame. A lot of people say, am I creating a push energy if I communicate in 5D? And I'm like, you know what? It's not even a twin flame thing. 5D, mirroring, all of this stuff, lots of these terminologies that are being used with twin flame is not twin flame. You have been communicating on a 5D level with anyone. Okay. So imagine, like, go back to when you were thinking about someone and they suddenly call you, or you call them and they're like, how did you know I needed a phone call? Or perhaps someone in your home, you just feel like something's going on with them, something don't feel right, and so forth. This is all part of that communication. Or maybe you have a dream and stuff like that. This isn't twin flame. This is something you can do with anyone, and it helps you to understand yourself. It helps you to understand the person. Hey, I communicate in 5D when I can't figure out what's going on in the 3D because the person don't want to open up. Now you don't have to do that. The information just comes to me. But how does it come to me? That's what people will say. How do I know it's my twin's higher self? How do I know if If it's whoever else I'm communicating with, how do I know? And I say this: you just believe. Don't even question it. If it feels like it, then it is. Law of assumption. But this isn't just a law of assumption. We are all connected with one another. There's no separation. We think we're separated, but we're really not. Just think about how someone else's energy affects your energy, and you're like, now I'm a hot mess. I was doing great, and then I got a whiff of their energy because we're all connected. It's the only reason why psychics can, like myself, can really get information is because we practice this stuff a lot. And you can too. You can begin to use your intuition through different areas of your life, allow yourself to be guided. I give my clients different exercises so that they can really connect with their intuition. I have this coming up in my Attract Your Twin Flame and Manifest Your Dreams 14-day challenge that's happening on Sunday. Lots and lots of useful tools for you out there. And it really is about connecting with yourself, being in connection. Some people might say tools, I don't want to know. I just want God to help me out and lead me the way, and so on. But when you've experienced pain and trauma in previous relationships and you're really not sure how to fully heal from these experiences, I definitely recommend that you seek the information. You invest in yourself because there is power in money. Lots of times when you're getting a whole bunch of free information, you might feel like you're going in circles, you're having information overload, and so forth. Certainly choose someone to work with. I'm happy if it's me. And get to look at yourself and why things happen the way they did in previous relationships and so forth. I have experience with a partner with narcissistic qualities, and many of you have. I find that lots of people on a twin flame journey, whether masculine or feminine, doesn't matter, have experience with narcissistic, toxic folks. And so for me, it was like, I don't want to attract this anymore. I don't want this to be my story anymore. And that was when I considered making that investment within myself to find out why it happened and how I'm not going to let it happen and live my best life. And so this is what I'm recommending for you. A lot of us want to make a twin flame, but this journey is about you more than it is with that person. Okay? And your intuition, when you're using it, it's going to, oh my goodness, your life is going to change in so many ways. What I teach is for you to ask the universe for guidance and hear the message. I don't care what it is. I want to figure out how I'm going to, let me choose something, how I'm going to get my car fixed. I don't know. Let's say that, for example, car broke down and it seems like, the funds aren't there for it. It's a major repair. What on earth are you going to do? Stop trying to figure stuff out on your own, just like for this journey. Anytime you catch yourself saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know what to do, what am I going to do? Stop trying to figure it out on your own. Okay? Put it out there in the universe. Begin to connect with your guides. All right? This is practice. Practice this rather than practicing on your twin flame. I always recommend that whatever you're learning and experiencing, practice it with other people. Practice in other areas of your life. Don't wait for this particular person to come back to put all of this into that perspective and so forth, to bring all of this stuff out. The more you practice, the better you get at it. Begin to really manifest your life. So, what you do is you ask for guidance. My car broke down. How am I going to take care of this? Where is money going to come from? Stay quiet. Our head go all the time. stay quiet and hear the message. And if you don't get it right away, I'm trying to look at the camera, it's rough. So I'll get used to this, okay? I just kind of like looking at myself here. And so stay quiet, hear the message, write it down. Start writing things down on paper, okay? Your goals, your aspiration, like whatever, write it down because our minds are so full of information, okay? There's a lot that's going on in there. We're thinking about what we need to buy at the grocery stores, the kids' homework, work tomorrow or something. I don't know. You got to prepare for work. Like there's a lot of chatter, a lot of information going on up there. So write it down and then commit to that. Practice using your intuition. Practice manifesting. I teach different manifesting tools that this one worked for me. This is one of my favorites and so forth. There might be other ones that work for you. Begin to change your life and your intuition is leading you there. And you might at first say, I can't fully trust. Well, guess what? It's okay. Wherever you are, the more you keep going, the more you're going to begin to trust. This is an exercise. Okay. Your intuition is taking you to where you want to go. Your intuition knows what you need for your, excuse me, twin flame experience. And also, part of your intuition, you might be like, this video is talking to me. This educator, this twin flame coach resonates with me. I feel drawn to hear, to learn about, like your intuition takes you on places. While I was manifesting more money, I was like, you know what? I'm manifesting 10K this month. Obviously, I want more than that. But I was like, okay, universe, 10K. I got put in front of a free course that got a phone call because I signed up for something somewhere there. Something. I'm always looking for bigger, better opportunities for my company. And I get a phone call, and this gentleman gave a whole bunch of free, like literally a free course on money mindset. Because part of manifesting is not just gimme, 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 let it come here. You'll be put in place for things that are going to help get you there. Okay, so I'm going to look at the comments a little bit. Trust and believe. Yes, life. The chatter is ego. Takes practice. Oh, I love everything you've been sharing here. It really does take practice. What you are doing is healing years, maybe lifetimes of not listening to yourself, of shutting that little voice down and trusting everything outside instead of in here. Practice being inside of you. Practice hearing that voice, responding to that voice, following through. What I find on this journey, you're gonna hear, you need to clear up that mess. That mess you got going on with yourself so you can experience reunion with your partner, whatever it looks like. I know I certainly got told what I needed to clear. But then what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit back and be like, not today. Not no. The next day comes and you're like, oh, I don't know. Not now. I'm too busy. And things like that. Even with manifesting money, you receive the guidance and you're like, yeah, the next day goes by and then it drags. So now you're looking around and you're like, where is it? You were told, do these things in order for you to experience, if you're told. You may not be, but this is where you're in touch with your intuition. You're connected with yourself, not out there. And you're hearing that voice. So when you hear some sort of guidance that benefits you and your union, it benefits your connection or money or whatever it is you're trying to co create with the universe, listen to it, prioritize it. When this is something that you truly desire, you make it a priority. Okay. So it's like being in a connection. Let's say the two of you are physically together, and you know that in order to build connection, you need to make time for each other. Okay. If you're not able to make time for the things your intuition is telling you right now, how are you having time for your blessing to come through? All right. Prioritize it. You got to prioritize it to have things come into alignment for you. It's all about alignment. Everything's coming into alignment. You're aligning with your soul, you're hearing your intuitive message. You got God in your connection. You know, it's not just you and that body out there that is you. It's not just that and stuff like that. And you're beginning to trust it. It takes time. All right. This was a topic I talked to my friend yesterday. I'm hearing this everywhere. Everywhere. People are telling me this. I'm just afraid I make this all up. I hear that all the time. And then I'm going to get back to that. So that is your ego stepping in. Yep, you got it, Amy. Remember to trust and believe it's your own mind. No one can judge that. Don't forget, it takes practice. Trust and believe that first thought. Absolutely. And I my recommendation, practice with other things. When you see other things showing up for you, when you see that they're aligning with your intuition, that your intuition is correct, then move that belief into your twin flame connection. Don't practice on your twin flame, okay? Because this is what happens. This is what happens in this connection. And so while you're manifesting, you're like, we're in union. I choose my union. And you're hearing what the future holds, and you're like, okay, I'm staying by this. Because I recommend you manifest what you're being told. So that way you're not feeling like, okay, use your intuition. But when you're being told that this is the one for you, and the two of you are going to marry each other and things like that, you can hear these messages. If you're not hearing them, there's too much going on. And I recommend healing because it's going to help give you clarity. Okay. And so you're hearing that there's marriage, the two of you will be married. So now it becomes an inner knowing. We're married. What does that look like? What does it look like for me? How am I showing up for me? How am I making time for myself while being in this marriage? How am I, like, what morning routines or something, like how am I being in this? This is how manifesting goes. It's not sitting and waiting for it to happen. You can, but being in it already happened. It has already happened. And then when you become that person, that version of the person that you'd like to be, work on being within that so you don't lose yourself in connection. Okay? Lots of times we lose ourselves when the person comes back. We put ourselves in the back burner. We're not doing routines for ourselves or thinking about them all day long. We miss out on our goals. We don't even recognize who we are anymore. Begin now. Say, I'm chosen. I'm chosen already. How am I showing up for me and staying in connection with me? And you might be like, well, how can I be in connection with them if it's only with me? It starts with you. Okay? Not outside. Too many times we're just like, I love you. And we feel so empty and drained and lonely and depressed on the inside, thinking that person is going to come save us from something. But they can't give you that love if you're not giving it to yourself first. They can't mirror that love to you. They have a whole lot of love, a whole lot of love. They can't mirror it to you if you're not giving it to yourself first. They are your mirror. Start with that, start within, and that love overflows to those around you, to your loved ones, to your twin flame. but it starts inside of you first. Okay, so I'm going to get back to that. I'm afraid I'm making this all up. Okay, actually, no. Amy had answered that one. Not just the twin flame topic, but even connection with my dad. He passed away. Yep, yep. All you can stay connected. I'm so sorry to hear that. And I left a comment a while ago. I found out my twin talked to a third party 3 times, and this was while I was trying to trust him and tell myself this is going to be fine. How to distinguish. Okay, this connection requires high level, how am I going to word this? Seeing your twin flame from a higher perspective. It's not just twin flame, it's like it has always been that way, but we didn't do that. And then we wind up with these connections that went wrong. But there were karmic teaching lessons. And so we'll look in the physical, even though our intuition says, no, that person's karmic. They're not for them. Mm-mm. And then we look in the physical and say, what? They're choosing them. They're going on vacation together. Like, what is going on? Your intuition holds the truth. Okay? Your intuition holds the truth. The 3D world gives us illusion. All right? So I'm going to share my story a little bit because I had a hard time letting go of the karmic soulmate. Very hard time. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see what the universe was telling me. But I was trying my hardest. It didn't look like I was. It was hard. It didn't look like I was, but I was like, please, how do I end this? And stuff like that. So anyone looking from the outside might be like, oh, she's really into that person, they're still talking to each other and things like that. But inside I was like, I know this isn't the person for me. I know I'm learning lessons. I have to figure out what these lessons are and so on. Everyone can feel whether it's someone for them or not. Everyone. You did in your previous relationship. You knew when you were with whoever, married to whoever for so long, the whole time you knew that's not the one for you. And they knew that too. And whoever is in a situation now, they know it too. Everyone knows. You can tell. And then when you meet your twin flame and you feel like this is the one for you, you're getting messages, so are they. There's no separation. They're getting that too. But then there's misinformation that happens. You're going to stick around for that? They treated you like this. Like, why are you going to do that? And you need to move on. And all this misinformation happens. And it can cause someone to move away from the connection. I'm right here. Happened to me. That's why I'm doing this work to tell you guys what really happens in this connection, how it goes. Okay. But if you feel drawn to someone else, I always say, hey, but I want you to know the information that came to me with this connection. Okay. So that you're not running away from it. If your twin flame is with a third party situation, don't give it attention and work on you. Something is happening there. They're learning something. They're figuring something out. It's not going to look like that. Don't look at it. And heal yourself. And how is it that you're not making this up? Practice using your intuition and develop a deeper relationship with it. Let that twin flame thing go for now. Practice with other things. And then when you begin to believe that, then move into twin flame and say, okay, I'm going to believe. Because you got to believe. The intuition is not picking and choosing who it's going to work with. It's working across the board. The laws of the universe works across the board. Okay? So practice somewhere else. Don't make it about twin flame. It's not only about twin flame. All right. And so, and then believe in your heart. When you have that inner knowing that that's your person, there is nothing that changes that. And I'm not saying it for you to go crazy and say, "Come back, I'm gonna do all these things to get you back." Don't do anything to get your twin flame back, okay? Get you back. Get you back to yourself. Get back to you and let the universe do what the universe does. You're not alone in this connection. All right. And also remember that too much time spent on electronics or things in background can make it difficult to hear your intuition speaking to you, aka intuition equals your higher self. Spend some quiet time alone, get to know yourself, connect with yourself, and so forth. Fear from intuition when different incidents happen, even when I was trying to trust. I know, I know it happens. Sometimes we want something so much and we're trusting ourselves and it doesn't show up. And we're like, I don't get it. Like, this is what I was receiving. It can be a blessing in disguise. It can be that your life is being upgraded. You were afraid to let go of something, but something better was coming for you. And God was like, I can see it. I can see it, something better. So I truly get it. Lots of people say that to me. My intuition has let me down. How do I trust it? And so think about the situation. Did the situation let you down entirely? Did you learn something from it? And so forth. I truly get it. Most of the time, when I say most, I would say 99%, your intuition is on point. And maybe the other time, your gut feeling was saying, but you thought it was intuition. Who knows? I get it. I get it. It makes it complicated to believe. But with this connection, you gotta believe. You gotta believe because the 3D, anytime you look at it, it's not gonna be it. Even when it comes to money, you're like, I'm manifesting money. And then you get a call from the bill collector, or car breaks down again, and it's gonna suck up your money. The the devil, I will call it the devil, wants to test you, wants to see how strong you are, wants to break you down. So, how can this be done? The 3D. The 3D. You're just like, this bill collector call, I'm not winning. Meanwhile, God is putting together a huge amount of money for you, whatever you were asking for. And now you just messed up the manifestation because this bill collector call and you're feeling bummed out and you're not vibrating or your energy is not flowing, you're in heaviness. And the money is like, we were about to come, but just take our time. And that can happen with anything else, can happen with your twin flame connection, where all of a sudden you're just like, I don't believe, I'm looking at the physical world, I just don't believe it. Meanwhile, this person was like, I'm wrapping up karmic lessons. They might not word it that way, but they're like, I'm wrapping up on this connection. This isn't working for me. I want something better. But you're looking at it like they just went on vacation together. I'm telling you, the 3D is full of illusions. Your intuition tells you what's happening. Okay. And when you believe your intuition, it begins to show up in the physical. When you believe the 3D, you stay stuck in the 3D. You're repeating stories. They're doing this, they're doing that. Your stories are instructions, and that's what's going to keep repeating. All right. This is one secret for staying in a long-term connection with your twin flame is to love from a higher perspective and to put God in your connection. Because if you look in the 3D, I'm telling you that now, and put trust in God. Okay. A whole lot of trust. All right. So, okay, here we are. Twins will find the easiest way to comfort a third party feel safe, but deep down they truly love you. Oh my goodness, I love the stuff you're saying. They're just scared and seek safety. You are correct. And some of you might be like, well, how are they ever going to get out of safety then? I'm telling you, the universe does not play. When it's time for reunion, like I hear crazy stories in your twin's gonna be like, I can't seem to escape this connection no matter what I do. Everywhere I look, it's like your name, you're appearing in my dreams, and all this kind of stuff. You do not have to worry. The universe takes care of all of that. Work on you and aligning with you and getting to know yourself better and healing relationship patterns and all this kind of stuff. Okay. Because a third party is not going to feel safe for too long. I'll tell you that. They are not your twin flame. It doesn't feel the same and so forth. But if you do find a high level soulmate and you're like, oh, I'll just give this, or you have that choice to give that person a chance. But when the universe truly wants this connection, or you're aligning, you're healing, you're aligning, and you're not even doing it for this person, you're not trying to get them back, you're just aligning with your soul. Guess what happens? They get pulled to you. It's the same soul. You align, they reflect alignment and so forth. So that's my little speech on the third party and so forth. They don't own that soul. It's your soul. You own it. All right. And okay. Yeah, I'm trying to implement in my everyday life as well, but it's hard. Do you always feel sometime that no, let it go, am done? That's normal when you just want to give up and you just want to let it go. Okay? Don't beat yourself up for it. If you're feeling that way, it is okay. All right? I always say just focus on other things. Don't sweat this connection a whole lot. It's going to unfold no matter what. Just don't pay attention to what's going on with them and stay with you, getting to know you, healing yourself. Make it a priority. Anytime you feel worried and stressed out, what are they doing, what's going on, it means you're not connecting with yourself. It means you're too focused on them. You have them on a pedestal. Take them down. Same thing with money. When you're like, oh my goodness, where is it going to come? When is it? You're focusing too much on it. Start doing other things. Okay. It takes practice. You might be like, I'm trying, but I'm not. During my challenge, I share about 14 different techniques. You can choose what works for you to help you shift away from obsessing, to shift away from obsessing about them. And I'm introducing detox as well. Super, super important that you do that, because when you stay focused every day, you're going to be like, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? And they're on their way. It, whether push energy or not, they're on their way. But it's better not to have a push energy and just focus on you and let the universe work its magic. Okay. All right. And it is hard. Look into meditation. Also take practice and be patient with yourself. Love yourself. Yes, every day I'm going to commit to loving myself. I mean, my intuition did let me to look into that phone 3 times. Your intuition will do that. There's a reason for it. And, I don't mean to laugh. I've been through it. My intuition was just like, you need to do this. And I'll look into it. And I'm crying for days and stuff. The universe, especially when you're not honoring your feelings, you feel in this connection, you feel for this person, the physical, the other you, or however you want to word it, and you're just like, I can be without, I can deal. Then here comes the universe, smacks you in the face with something, and now you're in tears. You're like, because the universe just breaks down your walls with this connection. Okay? The universe, God, wants you to experience this divine love that you are blocking yourself. You're put up a wall. You're telling yourself you're okay, and that kind of stuff. If this is you, you know who I'm talking to. It's you I'm talking to. If this is not you, it's not you. I had so many experiences where it was just like another level of pain, another purging, just stripping me off of everything that blocks love. And that's what happens. And you begin to realize, I do have feelings. I do care for this person. And you stop running from that. Because in order to experience divine love, there can't be this, I'm going to be in this protective shell and, I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt. I can't let them see all of me because of what they would think. This connection can't have any of that. Okay? Your twin flame journey is going to strip you off of every barrier that has kept you from experiencing real love. And that's what happens when you're guided to take a look at something, social media or whatever, and it sends you crying. I'm sorry to say. Who wants to experience that? Nobody does. I'm just sharing with you guys what happens in this connection. You get stripped of the barriers against love so you can experience what love was meant to feel like. Okay? And so, all right, I gotta scroll up here a little bit. All right, your intuition is always correct. It is a 3D mind. Just understanding the lesson or situation. You got it. I do trust that will happen because the way we reunited the first time after 7 years, yeah, destiny for sure. Okay, that's how I know. That's how I know. I'm usually like, they came back, right? When you feel like this is the one for you, and you have that pull, because there's a third energy in this connection that pulls the two of you closer together, it's hard to stay away forever. I want you guys to let go of feeling worried that they're not going to come back. That energy and the connection just, you know what I'm talking about. That energy is strong. It just sends you in that direction. A lot of people say it's my twins' energy, my energy, whatever. I call it the energy. It's neither one of you guys. It's this energy that's just saying, come back, come here. And then you got to balance that energy when you actually come in contact with them. All right. And so here we are. Now it's time to heal further and love me and work on me. Excellent. So true. Thank you. This is so true. My twin got engaged during a long separation, even while I was in surrender. I cried for one day and surrendered more by detoxing. And in less than a couple of months, they broke up. This happens. Focus on you, but remember, this all happens naturally. You are guided naturally by the divine, so please don't beat yourself up. I love the words you have been saying, okay? And wow, that's crazy, yes. Speaking of intuition, my intuition told me don't say yes when my ex-husband asked me to marry him. As you can tell by me saying X at part of this journey, I asked for a divorce. I'm so happy now. Your intuition tells you, it tells you things. I am in separation. You're not in separation. Got to get rid of that word. I understand your use of the word, but you're not in separation. I felt magnetic pull, eyes drowning, shaking by the time I saw him. Are these repeatable? These are just happening once. Is there any chance that we won't reunite in this life? All right, lots of good questions here. You felt yourself shaking. I'm going to let you know this is one sign that you're entering reunion. Okay, you said shaking by the time you saw him. You saw him. I'm not sure how long it's been that you didn't see him. This is not by accident. You're entering reunion. It can happen slowly. You see him, and then what happens anytime you're in contact with this person and the energy is not yet balanced, it's going to offset. You're going to be shaking. You're going to feel super nervous. This is the reason why twin flames won't make contact, will try to run away, because the energy is a lot. And it's strong, it's very strong. And the divine masculine, more particularly men, but divine masculines in this connection, Don't know. I mean, it can be either, but I find a lot of times it's the men in this connection, but it really can be either. Don't know how to handle that energy. They don't know what to do with it. It's super scary. And when you combine that with obsessive thinking, the push energy, it's like, whoa, this is a lot. This is too much. Like, go away. Just go away. You know, balance the energy. Okay. You've got to balance the energy. And this is stuff I teach. I teach you guys, with my challenge, one on one coaching, and so forth, how to balance that energy, when to balance the energy, and so on. The way I look at it is that energy is teaching you about connection, because too many times we're just like, I just want this person. And then you're doing that and then they run. Can't do that. When they come, you can't do that. But when you're in contact with yourself, that energy is going to go woo, and you're balancing it. You're removing all thoughts and you're just being. And this makes it easier for them to be around you. Okay. Eventually, your energy does become balanced and you don't need to do any of this. All right. But I do find when they come, the energy stirs up. You're going to get nervous. You're going to get triggered. Your mind is going to start telling you lots of things. They don't want me. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can keep moving forward. All of this is a part of the process. They don't teach this enough. You think it's unicorn and roses when they come in. If they come in, you're just like, hey, I'm happy. Let's go do this and whatever. They're going to run. They're going to run. Okay. But when they're truly coming in, it's like, what am I feeling? So balance that out, remove the thoughts, and so on. Okay. And every single time the energy do it again. Okay. And is there a chance that we won't reunite? So I love that you asked this question. Love it. This is what, I want them to teach the laws of the universe in school. Start with the kids young so they can understand this. No one teaches us these things. The laws of manifesting, laws of attraction, laws of assumption. I'm sure there's other laws, but these are the three ones that I typically look at. They're always working. Always. You get what you intuitively feel. You get what you desire. You want that connection with your twin flame. The universe is right on it. You align with it. You choose your union. They share your soul. It's one soul, one person. You choose union, they choose it too. Okay? You choose the thoughts that align or don't have any thoughts. The moment you're like, I don't think it's working, well, guess what? It's not working. It's not going to happen. Well, guess what? It's not going to happen. Laws of manifesting and the laws of assumption. Always working. You can have whatever you want. Whatever you want. That's the role of the universe, is to back you up and deliver what you're thinking and feeling in the inside. And you might be like, okay, maybe this will work with karmic partners too. Perhaps. So you can block energy, cord cut, whatever you want to do, and tell that person, go away. Stop manifesting me, because God has somebody for me already. Okay? Whatever you want. Oh my goodness, the universe supports you and is always doing its job. Now you just got to believe that the universe doesn't sleep. Okay? One minute you're like, we're together. Next minute you're like, I don't think so. That's how quick manifesting shifts. That minute you're like, we're together. Guess what? You're together. The next minute you're like, I don't think so. Guess what? I don't think so. It happens that fast. You really have to stay consistent in your thinking and your inner knowing, and know that it's coming, that it's here, that it's already here. It just is just unfolding into the physical world, because the universe does not sleep at all. And twin flames are not immune to the laws of the universe. They're there. Okay. And so, all right. So if you believe you will reunite in this lifetime, you will. Just believe it. And I know, right? So crazy. The runner chaser dynamic can flip flop. Yes, it can. Thank you for this live, Asheen. I've been subscribed and watching your videos for a while now. So grateful to have caught this live. Perfect. It's my first live. So I'm going to go live every week. I usually go on Wednesday evening, 7 Eastern Standard Time inside my Face group. I just moved into YouTube and I'm going to go back to that day and time. Okay. And definitely not unicorn and roses. So true. If they are your true twin flame, you will reunite. I heard that when you choose to stay stuck and not heal, then no, because this is the energy. It's all energy. You might be like, how come some people don't heal and they get to be with their twin flame? I will tell you right now, without healing, this connection is like the most confusing, frustrating, difficult, whatever. When two people are triggered, they haven't yet learned what to do when they're triggered, how to balance the energy, how to see the oneness. It's a disaster. So when you are not physically with your twin flame, you have an opportunity to begin healing these things and understanding the connection. You can when you're together, but usually for the people who haven't reached this place yet, who haven't learned about energy, and it's not what it looks like. You got two people that are fighting to be together and they don't know how. And they're hanging on by a thread because they don't want to let that person go and they don't know what to do. Okay? Healing matters a lot. This connection is just showing you that. And, this is how it is. When you first met and everything was blissful and beautiful, you got a taste of what this connection is about. Now, in order to get back there, the two of you are going to trigger all the stuff that's not in alignment with that. Because when you first met them, you weren't worried about, are they seeing someone else? Are they doing everything? Just felt blissful until the triggers happened. And then it was one trigger after the next because your old wounds start to pop out. Okay? This connection is there to remove all of that. So when you are triggered, it's not a bad thing. Don't point the finger at them. The trigger is all about you. If they're triggered, it's all about them. They need to handle it, which is really you. It's a different aspect of you experiencing this whole thing. It's weird. A lot of times when you're healing, they're healing too because of that shared soul. Okay. And so it's when you get triggered, it's just don't look at it like it's a bad thing. Get out of looking at it. And it's with anyone. Your kids trigger you. Kids are the biggest triggers. Okay. They will trigger you a lot. And it may be showing you to be patient, to be understanding, to be a better listener, to stop making assumptions, to see them as a growing individual, and so forth. That's what all these triggers are taking place. Triggers are not bad. They're there to teach you something about yourself. All right. And okay, I found your video and it resonated so much. And I love the comments you've been saying here. They're really great. Miss Amway. And love from Amsterdam. Oh, thank you so much. I love, 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 love all of you and so forth. I'm so happy to have everybody during my first live video. You are so positive. Thank you. That's one of my specialty because I believe so much in all of you. I believe in your connection. I believe that you're meant to experience what I want to say is promised you, but what's already for you. I believe in all of this. And look at triggers as a way to introduce you to where you need to go. Beautiful. Well said, Amy. Very, very beautiful. All right. So I am going to hop off. I love the interaction here. You guys are fabulous. And, you can always post whatever ideas you want me to discuss during the live. And do check out down below. I'm going to put the links there for the services that I have and so forth, so you can truly transform yourself within and your connection changes because of it. And when you experience reunion, it's like you have to know. It's hard to explain and that kind of stuff. When you reach that place, when you're really feeling balanced and whole within, and your connection feels so much better than it did in the past. So I certainly recommend that for you. And okay, maybe it's a weird question, but what does healing mean? What does that look like? How do you know you're healing? Okay, what does healing mean? All right, different people do things differently. I truly get it. Most of the time, it's healing your connection with yourself because we grew up doing everything outside of ourselves. It's like, if I do more of this, it's going to make them happy. How can I make them happy? How can I? And all this kind of stuff while not looking inward, while ignoring ourselves. Your truth, being connected with your truth. We get so afraid to open up and tell people how we really feel inside. We're like, they're not going to understand that. When they need that, because that's how they're going to understand you. And so there's healing around that. There's healing with love, because a lot of times we have walls up against love, and we think it's the other person. We're like, why are they treating me that way? They don't love me and all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, inside you're thinking love doesn't feel safe. Um this person isn't feeling safe for me. They're going to hurt me, they're going to cheat on me, they're going to do all of this kind of stuff. So these things need to be healed as well, because what happens is, as you're growing up, you learn that love is not safe. Perhaps you had parents that were loud, and some of us grew up with abuse and so forth, but then they're telling you, I love you. And so you learn, okay, this is what love is. I don't know if I really want love, because love means I'm going to get hurt. And so this is another type of healing to do. Healing your triggers. Trauma hits the nervous system. So I do healing of the nervous system, helping you feel safe. Because anytime, let's say you want to express your truth, you want to open up, there's a part of you that goes into panic mode. You're shaking. You're like, I can't do that. I can't open up. I can't say anything. And this is because of the trauma, the traumatic experience you've had, if this is you, that when you speak up, you get into trouble. You just do. People are going to get mad. They're going to judge you and all this kind of stuff. When the reality is, they only really mirror, because you learn that the people you interact with mirror that, because that wound has not been healed. And when you're healing that and you're working with your nervous system, this is what I do. You begin to feel relaxed in your body, and you can experience connection from a relaxed place. Okay. Lots of people say, my twin flame just up and disappeared one day. They ghosted me. What on earth happened? This is one of the reasons, because they're feeling like something is being repeated. And I'm not saying it's fair, it is not fair. I experienced it. I didn't know how to open up. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get judged. And it was terrifying. Like, we had one little conversation, and I was like, it's happening again. When it's not happening again. But trauma will have you looking through trauma glasses. You're looking through trauma lens at the situation. So that's where you need to heal. So you're in the present moment, and you're not comparing your twin flame to something that somebody did to you in the past. Okay. You're giving them an opportunity to actually love you, because they do want to love you. The divine masculine in this connection doesn't want to be away. They don't want to be away. We think they do. They don't want to be away. They cannot be with you if you're afraid of, you're having this fear of relationship. You're telling yourself, and I'm not talking about physical abuse, mental abuse, and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where you're super angry, They did that again, and all this kind of stuff. This is a result of trauma that made you feel like love is not safe. And your brain is going to look for everything that they did to you to make sure they stay away. That's what trauma does. So these are the things, I can go on and on. These are the things that need healing. Okay. So you can experience this connection. You can heal from these toxic patterns from back then because you want love. We came here to experience love, but all these teachings and programmings and that kind of stuff just get in the way and make it difficult. And you might want to try to figure this out on your own. Sure. Use the divine and all that kind of stuff. I find having someone who's been there and who knows their stuff helps a lot. Okay. At a faster rate. And it helps you to see something about yourself that you can't see. See something that even your twin flame can't even tell you. Your twin flame might be like, I don't know, you're acting a certain way. Like, I'm trying to do right, but I just don't know. I don't know why I do what I do. Your something about your energy, something doesn't feel right. They might not even be able to tell you. So I highly recommend that. I highly recommend making the investment to heal yourself. All right. So thank you for your insights, Asheen. We all use healing, but we sometimes don't even know the true meaning of it. I get it. I know it gets thrown out there all the time. Heal, heal, heal. But what actually is healing? What do you need to heal? And it really is just that. You're healing the disconnect from yourself, the disconnect from intuition, your fear about relationship that you might not realize you have, and so forth, so you can experience God's love in this connection. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so glad you participated. I'll catch you next week. Bye.